now underway for this, the third contest of the semi-finals. Semi-finals down here at the UNSQUASHABLE Premier League Squash XL, the only permanent glass court in New Zealand. Leo Fatialofa, the 17-year-old, in white, and Joel ARSCOTT in green and black. Joel ARSCOTT is the 20-year-old with a PSA ranking of 235. Fatialova is 17 and a PSA ranking of 380. What you'll probably see in this contest is athletic ability of Fatialova and the way he likes to go for his shots no matter where he is, against ARSCOTT, who's perhaps more of a, hesitate to use the word grinder, but he will not hesitate to play a longer rally in the traditional sense of the game. Nice play, look at that, chopping that through, taking off the pace, hitting the wall and then effectively dying the bounce of the ball. Don't expect too many backhands down the line from Fatialova. He tends to like the cross court on the backhand side. And as you've seen already, he's happy to go for his shots. You're going to get a wide variety of play. Too much. Fatialova is certainly over 6 foot tall. Joel ARSCOTT maybe just under. Most of these players do have a little bit of height on their sides. And great to have everybody watching. We're expecting. Oh, picked up. We're expecting a good contest between these players. But a fast start so far from Fatialova. He tends to do that. He tends to work hard, get those early points. It's a matter of whether he can actually sustain them. Yep, let that one go. Nice play, Joel ARSCOTT. Managed to take the front of the court, control it. Yep. He recovered well to get the ball in the backhand corner, but then gave it back to ARSCOTT, who was able to put it away. Great touch. And Fatialova, a prefect at Auckland Grammar, which is quite an honour. Lives in West Auckland and gets the train to school. He's from the Henderson Squash Club, very much a family club. In fact, I think every single person from his family belongs to the club. So with the 5-point lead, and Fatialova You can see the talent coming through. Can he harness it to take it further with PSA points? He's in his last year at high school. Nice rally, hugging the walls on the backhand side. There's the cross court that he likes. Good play by ARSCOTT. A nice recovery from FATIALOFA. Back in the rally again now. So anybody watching, let us know what you think about these two players and the way they perform, particularly the way that FATIALOFA is moving around the court. So a mini comeback by Joel ARSCOTT here. He was down considerably. And nice recovery again. No let on that one. Any thoughts on that, folks? Let or no let? And so he's worked his way back into this first game as Joel ARSCOTT. He's looking down and out almost. Let's just see. He's got a little bit fired up after a call, didn't quite go his way. And we'll find today and tomorrow, if the calls don't go their way, there's a bit more tension on the referee, Heather Finlay, and a lot more calls than what we had yesterday. So the fast start by FATIALOFA seems to have faded away completely. Running. Oh, nice change of direction. Well played. So from being 5 points down, he's now 1 point away from the first game as Joel ARSCOTT. And well done. So game 2 underway. Joel ARSCOTT ranked 235 in the world in the green and black, and in the white, Leo FATIALOFA. This is the first of the semi-finals. The The second semi-final will feature Tenwa Chalisi against Elijah Thomas. Chalisi winning his first PSA satellite earlier this year. And Elijah Thomas making the final of his first one. And looks like we've just been joined by Jack Condor.
Hey there, guys.
So there we go, we have Jack joining us. And we'll give us some thoughts on this particular match. We're into the second game. The first game being won by Joel Arscott, 11-9. Jack, well, congratulations on a entertaining match, but it just the energy today didn't appear to be there in the final sets.
You know, all throughout the match, just didn't feel you know, as explosive onto the ball, and the reactions weren't quite there. But Mike played really well, so congratulations to him. So we'll come back tomorrow and give it a good shot again.
All right, so for people who don't know, Jack Condor, 17-year-old. He's from the Te Tennis and Squash Club. And practicing a lot of late. Nice rally here, though, down the backhand side. There we go, there's the cross-court that we see from FATIALOFA a lot. And well
good shot by Joel.
So the description, Jack, of FATIALOFA was a shot maker.
Yeah,
Would you agree with that?
Definitely. When it's there, even when it's not there, he'll go for it. You know, anything he wants to go for, he'll go for. Nothing will stop him. And I think we could say that most of the time those shots do come off pretty nicely.
Yeah, very athletic.
Definitely. Very good explosiveness onto the ball.
He looks as though he could play just about any sport. Just one of those guys you say, oh, he could just play anything.
Definitely.
And with someone like Joel, you're going to get a more orthodox squash game, aren't you?
Yeah, he's going to try and set the rally up down the wall, most likely on the backhand, and then take it to the front like he did just then with the volley and then a drop. But yeah, very structured player.
Well, I guess with people like Leo and Michael, who you played, and even yourself, sometimes it can be difficult to play against you because the opponent never knows what's coming next.
Yeah. We're all got different game styles. You know, with me, I don't particularly set the rally up that well, but you know, I go for a shot when it's on, and I'm just trying to get all the balls back. I'm just running around the court, hence the name pinball. But everyone's got their different styles, and it happens to work for, you know, on the day it'll work for them. We've got to adapt sometimes and play a little bit differently, but it's good length by Leo.
Well, the other thing about Leo, he does disguise his shots quite well, doesn't he?
He's got a very good hold, especially on the backhand. I've been called out on that a few times, I'll say that.
Because of the two of you played quite a lot?
Not as much as, not that much, but we've trained together a little bit, and you've really got to be watching those balls all the time, every time Leo's in front, because he will just hold and flick you every time.
From Joel Arscott up there, controlling the front. A little bit warmer today, and we are in the afternoon, whereas last night it was cool and the ball was dropping a lot.
It was quite cold last night, actually. When you're going short, you know, it would just die off. So sometimes that would work, but sometimes it wouldn't be in your favour as well.
You can almost read that Leo will do 2 shots, maybe 3 down the line on the backhand side before he goes cross court.
Definitely.
If
it's there, he's gonna do something with it. That's for sure.
Well played, Joel Arscott. Jack, you're 17, you turn 18 later on this year, is that right?
Yeah, in December. So
Well-
a little while.
Yeah. Covered very well. Let's see what he can do now, FATIALOFA.
There's a lot going on up.
Yeah.
A lot going on up front at the moment in this game.
Have you finished high school or are you still in
No,
high school?
last year at high school, yeah.
Mount Albert?
Yeah.
Mount Albert Grammar. You did very well as a team last year, from what I can
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. It was a good. What happened there? Yeah, first year at secondary schools last year in year 12 actually. So it's good to get a win,
Yeah.
and we're just hoping it's going to be on again this year, just so we can go and compete again. There's a
that's-
few good schools. Auckland Grammar have got a very good team.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, obviously the Trans-Tasman was cancelled,
Yeah.
and also the tournament in Tauranga for the juniors
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cancelled as well. Now we hope with anybody watching around the world, we know we've got some fans in Australia who have been enjoying this contest so far. FATIALOFA against ARSCOTT. We know we have... that was well finished, wasn't it?
Yeah, very well finished by Zoe there.
And now back for the third game between Joel Arscott and Leo FATIALOFA. It's Joel Arscott leading 11-9, and what was the second there? 11-5, I think. But it's the consistency and the way he set up points that's been the key for Joel Arscott so far. And with me, Jack Condor has played a couple of entertaining matches so far this tournament. You feel that you're back into squash after last week's tournament?
Yeah, I am feeling a lot better this week actually. Felt a bit unfit last week and quite sore after my matches, but I'm actually feeling quite good this week. A bit of training, so it's just really good to be back on court playing again, you know.
So this is where these 4 weeks are really beneficial for people like yourself, or all
Yeah.
the players really.
Yeah, definitely good for players like me who are, you know, probably closest to the bottom of the draw, one of the weaker guys who get to play these higher
Yeah.
matches. So it's really good to play them.
And Joel Arscott always who asked the question. The thing is,
Yeah,
after last year's final, a few people actually asked him, what's it like to live with someone who gets grumpy with you and that you beat?
yeah,
But generally off the court, he is he's competitive on the court,
Yeah.
but he's quite passive off the court.
yeah. I've always wondered what it would be like losing a match and then having to
Yeah.
sleep in the same room with that guy that night.
There's someone you just beat, you know.
Yeah,
I guess you got a lot of space in this game.
Leo's going for a shot in this game, and it's paying off at the moment.
Well, it almost seems that he has too many options sometimes.
Yeah,
He gets
I
some.
think sometimes he doesn't know what to do, and he's got everything going through his head. It's a good shot.
Yeah. Kept pretty low on the backhand side and then managed to lift it just over the tin
Yeah.
and again hit and stayed low.
Yeah, good shot.
So he knows where to hit it now. Down
Yeah.
that backhand line. Keep it low.
It's working well, definitely.
Yeah. That's the thing with Joel's game is that he calculates what he's got to do.
Yeah.
And
It
against
sets everything up very well.
Yeah, against someone like FATIALOFA, you've got to think, okay, don't let him play his game.
Yeah. If you get sucked into that game, it's going to be very hard to get out of.
Yep.
Definitely not afraid to go for his shots, that's for sure.
I wonder if it's more difficult to coach a player like FATIALOFA or coach a player like ARSCOTT.
Yeah, it's an interesting question actually.
I mean,
I guess, you probably can't tell him what to do as much. He's gonna go for stuff when he wants to.
yeah. Nice touch. That's better. That was much better play, more thoughtful play.
Yeah.
The temptation would have been to really whack a winner.
Yeah, cross court. Great shot by Leo there.
Yep. Every now and then he just pulls them out. You wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
He's down considerably, then 2 top shots. It's the shot every player wants to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Not many people get those ones back because they're just not expected at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shot.
Go. 11-7. Well done there to John ARSCOTT. And straight games in the end, although it wasn't easy, particularly that first game. So